Hey, hey, my fellow travelers on this spaceship Earth, spiraling through space and time. We're here, what? This is the last step in the journey around the wheel, where it actually all begins and ends. Mutation.
Yes. Lovely
mutation. So we've been talking about these faces, and the thing to understand is, the faces, they're not against you. The difficulty is if you don't know what you're dealing with. Then you can't benefit from from what the program actually offers. So, mutation. Today, the faces
of Hades.
Yes, good old Hades.
And every culture has their harbinger of death.
Their devil.
The reaper, but here we're looking from the Greek tradition. And, in mutation, what we're looking at, okay, you reproduce, you develop this mind that is somewhat conscious, then what? And in terms of the special survival, your work's done. You've reproduced.
Done.
You're done.
Finished. Got no more use for you.
So what happens next? Yeah, there's this long slide. It's all downhill from there, And
diversions. This is where the myth of the devil comes from.
Yeah. It's like, what is it that you're going to do to occupy yourself? How do we mark time?
Let's build monuments.
Let's make money. Let's accumulate power. Let's get organized, because time flies.
Time flies.
When you're organized. And, this is that whole, how do I start to address this whole issue of mortality in terms of how do I deal with this emptiness inside?
Yeah, it's like, this is fall.
Winter,
kind of
right at winter.
The end of fall, the beginning.
Yeah.
So we're at that season, where there's just a lot of time to sit around and contemplate and look at your navel and to see, okay, so
transition.
This is the lint that I have accumulated. Yeah. Now what?
Yeah. You begin to see life decay. So how do I become immortal? The deal with the devil.
Deal with the devil.
What is it that's going to bring me something more? How do I avoid the end?
You see, folks, when the mind is caught up in trying to run the form, doesn't have time to actually see its immortality. So it worries about it. Why? Well, because it spends all of its time running the form, which does die.
So it becomes identified
it's going to
with
die.
It.
The form is going to die. And in that identification, it loses its sense of itself. And that's where, we, in terms of our evolution, we're still gaining some sense of what this self-reflected consciousness is really all about.
And then life doesn't have to be about busy.
Doesn't have to be about suffering,
Doesn't have to be about the fear of death either. But, in essence, here is that that step that humanity takes, actually, to preserve its legacy, to, as you say, to build monuments. There's a positive here. Yes, it gets distorted into this race against the clock of death. And yet, so much beauty has come out of that creative spirit of, bringing into the world things. But, the key is to not get lost in it.
The key is not to get lost. The key is strategy and authority, because strategy and authority keeps you present, and then you don't get fearful about what's going to happen next.